Look, you've been working hard, you've put in the hours, the hustle, the grind, but somehow, even after making $100,000 a year, you still feel broke. And honestly, that's exactly how I felt for years. Here's the thing. Just because you're pulling in six figures doesn't mean you're winning the financial game. You ever get to the end of the month, look at your bank account, and think, where did it all go? I mean, after all, $100,000 a year should be enough, right? My name's Alex, and I spend way too much time thinking about financial systems, how to actually make your money work for you, and why so many people hit a financial ceiling even with decent incomes. If you're someone who's constantly questioning where your hard-earned cash goes, despite making a solid income, make sure to hit that subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up if this helps you out. Now, I know this is a tough pill to swallow, but making $100,000 a year is still not enough for some people. You're thinking, what? Right? Let's break down exactly why. Here's what most people don't realize. They think that once they hit six figures, the struggle is over. But the reality is, we've been trained to think in terms of gross income, not net worth or spending habits. But that's not the full story. What if I told you that you could be making six figures and still feel financially stuck? It's a hard truth, but it's absolutely true. And it's because of how we look at money and the sneaky little psychological tricks that hold us back. Okay, let's talk numbers. You're making $100,000 a year. Sounds great, right? But here's where it gets interesting. First off, let's break that $100,000 down. If you're in the US, you're looking at about a 25 to 30% tax rate depending on your state, maybe even more if you're in a higher bracket. So let's say you're left with about $70,000 after tax. That's roughly $5,800 per month. Sounds pretty decent, right? Well, here's where the problems start to appear. Now, what most people don't realize is that the number we see, $5,800 per month, feels like a lot of money in theory, but it's easy to slip into a pattern of spending once you see that number in your bank account. This is where your lifestyle inflation kicks in. The moment you start making more, you start feeling like you deserve more. A bigger house, a nicer car, expensive dinners. Sound familiar? Look, I'm not saying you shouldn't enjoy life, but when you level up your spending as soon as you level up your income, you're not really growing. You're just trading one problem for another. Here's an example. Let's say you buy a $500,000 house with a mortgage payment of about $3,000 per month. That's a big chunk of your paycheck gone. And that's not even considering property taxes, insurance, and maintenance, which add another $1,000. So now you're looking at $4,000 just for a place to live. Then you buy that new car, $400 a month, insurance, $150, eating out 3 to 4 times a week, maybe $500. Now that $5,800 is starting to look like it's disappearing fast. You still have groceries, utilities, student loans, savings, if you even remember to save, and let's not forget unexpected expenses like medical bills or car repairs. So what started as a $5,800 paycheck gets whittled down to, what, maybe $1,500 for everything else? And that's just living in the US, where costs are rising every year. And trust me, it's not just you. Now, you might be thinking, but I need that stuff. I work hard. I deserve the best. Here's the thing. Just because you're technically making $100,000, it doesn't mean you're actually putting it to good use. It's like running on a treadmill. You're putting in the effort, but you're not going anywhere. When you focus on instant gratification, whether it's that bigger house or a designer bag, you miss the real power of money, building systems that work for you over time. So here's where it gets really interesting. If you don't want to feel broke while making six figures, it all boils down to one thing: systems. Systems are what make money work for you. You need to separate earned income from wealth accumulation. That's how the really wealthy think. Here's a quick breakdown of different financial systems: automated savings, investing, cutting down on expenses like that third streaming service subscription. It's about having control over your money. Here's what you can do right now to fix it. Cut out the fluff. Go through your spending and see where you're bleeding money. Cancel subscriptions you don't use. Stop buying clothes you don't need. Maybe even downgrade that phone plan. Automate your savings. Pay yourself first every month by setting up an auto transfer to your savings or investment account. It's not a matter of if, it's a matter of when you decide to make it happen. Invest smartly. Start investing in low-cost index funds, real estate, or other assets that will grow over time. Don't just rely on your salary to build wealth. So the next time you find yourself looking at your paycheck thinking, I'm making $100,000 a year, why do I still feel broke? Ask yourself, am I creating systems that make my money work for me? You don't have to make drastic cuts or live like a minimalist to fix this, but you do need to change how you think about money. Start building systems that let your income grow over time rather than just splurging. If this video helped you out and you're ready to take control of your finances, hit that subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. Let me know in the comments what steps you're going to take to stop feeling broke while making six figures. And as always, remember, money is a tool, not the goal. Let's get smarter about it together.